días. Buenos días, señor Elías. Boker Tov. ¿Todo bien? Good morning, Rabbi. Good morning to everybody. It's very interesting. Someone asked me the other day, weird question. Just before we're dedicating the shiur Leilu Nishmat, Devorah Fege Bat Shemuel, and for Refuah Shlema of Ora Devorah Bat Rivka, Toch Rosh Cholei Israel. Amen. So this guy asked me, Rabbi, having fear is something good or something bad? You understand that rabbis are getting all type of questions, right? So having fear is something good or something bad? Tener miedo, es algo bueno o malo? That's the question. So, truth is, we all know that if a kid have no fear, bar minan, right? What's going to happen? No alenu, right? Someone sent me a picture of, Father's Day. So they sent me a picture of how the fathers are trying to keep up the kids not to do dangerous things. So you see a kid with a fork, putting it inside the plug, the plug, and then whatever. Anyway, obviously having fear could be also good. But at the same time, we're trying to escape from the fear. We don't want to have fear all the time. They said a beautiful story. Beautiful story that happened in our generation a few years ago in Eretz Israel. There was a lady, the Lo Aleinu Velo Alechem. She had Baruch Hashem one kid, and she got pregnant of the second one. And Lo Aleinu Velo Alechem, she was about to give birth, and she started to feel bad. So they rushed her to the hospital, and when she got to the hospital, the doctor said, right now, you have to enter to a surgery. Right now. Very urgent surgery. She understood that the chances for the kid to survive are almost zero. And just before she entered to the surgery room, the doctor tells her, I just want to tell you that the surgery is a very delicate surgery, and there is a danger of life also for you. The surgery passed. Baruch Hashem, she survived. Everything was good. The baby, she lost the baby. But Rabotai, from that moment on, because of the fear that the doctor put on her, right? And she got those words so deeply in her heart. From that moment on, she wasn't able to get pregnant again. And she went to doctors to see if maybe it's a problem in her organism, whatever it is. All the doctors told her the same thing. Listen, you are healthy. You're good. They took her to the psychologist. And the psychologist said, yes, the problem is the doctor, before making the surgery, he put such a fear in her mind that because of that fear, she cannot have children. Or she doesn't want to have children. Rabotai, back then, I don't know if you remember, you for sure remember, the wife of Reb Chaim Kanievsky, the Rabbanit Bat Sheva. She was a tzaddiket. She passed away a few years ago. And they went to the Rabbanit a few times. The Rabbanit didn't get the case so much. So she was giving berachot and berachot all the time. One of those days, the husband saw how all his brothers, Baruch Hashem, they're getting more and more kids. And he's the only one that cannot get kids. He told his wife, let's go to Bnei Berak, again to the house of the Rabbanit Kanievsky. They got to the house, and the husband just started to cry in front of the Rabbanit. Rabbanit, listen, everything is because of the fear, and that's the situation. You got to do something. She heard the case. She asked some questions, and she said, listen, this type of things, I have to ask my husband. Come tomorrow morning, only you, she tells to the wife, only you, without your husband, and I want you to come tomorrow morning to see me. Rabotai, she goes, the Rabbanit goes to her husband, to Rav Chaim Kanevsky, Hashem Yarich Yamav V'Tov. He asked him the question. Next morning, the lady comes, and the Rabbanit asks her, tell me something. I have a question for you. You know, in Israel, Lo Aleinu, there is missiles that sometimes the Arabs are sending, right? Only just last week we had a miracle in a yeshiva. All the boys of the yeshiva left. Yeah, the missile got us straight up inside the yeshiva. Anyway, imagine you live in one of those cities and there is an alarm that a missile is coming to the city and a person runs to save his life. This type of fear is something good or bad? She said, good. She's going to save her life, right? Now, imagine this person has so much fear. The alarm is on. She starts to run, and all of a sudden they tell her, listen, the place where you're going to go, the missile is going to fall there. Don't run there. I'm telling you, 99% that the missile is falling there. And you're next to that person that is running. Are you going to stop him or not? What are you going to do? His fear is good. It's a good fear or a bad fear. If she runs now, if she runs, it's a bad fear. Why? She's putting herself in a danger of life. So the Rabbanit asked her, and what are you going to do? What are you going to do to help this lady out? She says, what do you mean? I'm going to hold her up strongly. I'm going to stop her, and I'm going to tell her, listen, this is danger of life, mamash. Sakanat nefashot. Ay. The Rabbanit, look at this lady. And he told her, listen, right now in Shamayim, there's so many neshamot that are waiting to come down to this world. And they're supposed to come down throughout you. And only because of your wrong fear that you're having, you're stocking those neshamot up in Shamayim. And this is a big kitrug for you in Olam Hazeh and in Olam Haba. You're supposed to have fear, not by having kids, by not having kids. Because by you not having kids, you're putting yourself in the danger of life in Olam Haba. Said the words of the Rabbanit, first time in her life that the Rabbanit spoke so strongly. Sorry. Right away, she went out and she said, that's it, I'm taking out my fears. 9 months later, she got a baby boy. After a year, she got a baby girl. After a year and a half, another girl. And after a year and a half later, another boy. Rabotai, when the Rabbanit Kanevsky passed away, she went to the grave together with all the kids. And she cried. And she said, thank you to putting me the real fear in my life. All of those kids doesn't belong to me, they belong to you. Rabotai, what the Rabbanit Kanevsky did, halachically, it's permissible or not? I'm allowed to put a fear on someone else to help him out. It's mutar. It's interesting, it's an halachic concept. The Gemara writes down about Rav and Shmuel. Two Amoraim. Shmuel was a doctor. According to the Arizal, the neshama of Shmuel, right, or the Rambam, was a Gilgul of Shmuel. The Rambam, the Maimonides, according to the Arizal, was a Gilgul of Shmuel. Shmuel was a very professional doctor. And one day Rav was traveling in a boat. When he got home, he started to feel bad, in his stomach. So Shmuel checked him out, and he asked him, tell me something. You were drinking from the water when you were traveling? He said, yes, I drink water. He said, this water that you were drinking, it's called Mayim HaRa'im. This is a bad water, and that's why you're having this type of disease. I'm going to take care of you. Come to my house. He came to his house, and he gave him food, all type of food that is making the person to go to the restroom. But he didn't tell him where is the restroom. So Rav, he ate. And when he was in the restroom, he started to move all over. One second, whether there is any bathroom over here around. Shmuel didn't tell him. Why Shmuel didn't tell him? Shmuel wanted him, to have all the system clean. Anyway, until the last minute, he told him where is the restroom. Halachically, what Shmuel did was mutar according to the halacha or not? The answer is it's permissible. It's mutar. Why it's mutar? Because when you're coming to save someone else, throughout the fear that you're putting or throughout the uncomfortability, it's permissible. There is a similar story with the Rambam. The Rambam was in the same generation of the Ibn Ezra. One time the Ibn Ezra came up to the Rambam, having pain in his eyes so badly that blood was coming out from his eyes. Blood. He came to the Rambam checked him out. Okay. He says, I'm sorry, can I give you a bed to sleep in my house today? You're going to sleep with the sheeps. Excuse me? Yeah, listen, if you don't mind, but I need you here tomorrow morning, so if you don't mind, sleep over there. He says, fine. The Ibn Ezra went to sleep over there in the farm, it's called? Barn. In the barn. The whole night, the sheeps were, making noises and balagan and stuff. The Ibn Ezra said to himself, Ya Habibi, listen how bad it is. And he cried and he cried. Next morning, he went to the Rambam and he said, why you make me suffer so much? And the Rambam asked him, forget about the question, how is your eyes today? He said, much better. So that was the point. Halachically, it's permissible to make someone fear to help him out. But Rabotai, the question is, what is the purpose? Why Borei Olam is putting fear in the people? For what? Make the whole situation without any fear. Listen, this halakha, and it's an amazing musar askal for each one of us. There is a Mishnah in Masechet Kinim, I believe. The Mishnah writes, every single thing that is in earth, mekabel tum'ah. Every single thing that is in the water doesn't mekabel tum'ah. He's talking about animals, especially animals. Animals that are in the earth, they're mekabel tum'ah. They can get impure by getting in contact with someone that is impure. But animals from the sea, from the water, they're not mekabel tum'ah. Says the Mishnah, besides one animal. In Spanish it's called foca. ¿Cómo se dice en Seal. Besides the seals. Kelev yam. The seal, even though he lives in the water, mekabel tumah. Says why? Because it's also in the earth and also in the water. Rabbi, you know how many animals do we have like that? A crocodile. What about the crocodile? Penguins. What about the penguins? Only the seals? Crabs, etc. Only the seals. Says the Gemara, Ya Habibi. The reason is because the seals, when they're having any type of danger, where they escape to? To the earth, to land. All the animals of the water, when there is a danger, they go to the water. The only one that when there is a danger goes to the earth, to the land, are the seals. Says, that's what Chachamim are saying over here. Why Borei Olam put the fear in Am Yisrael? Why? Says, we are like those seals. We don't know, sometimes there are Jews, there are tzaddikim, but at the same time they do averot. I don't know, this guy is connected to Hashem or is connected to Olam Hazeh? Where is he holding? You want to know where Am Yisrael is holding? Put a danger. And look what they're going to do. What they're going to do? They're going to pray Tehillim. They're going to come to Shul. They're going to do Sarihot. When a Jew shows at the moment of danger to who he's going, that shows where he belongs to. There is a pasuk The pasuk writes, Mimcha elecha evrach. You understand the pasuk? Mimcha, from you, elecha, to you, I will escape. What that means? You're escaping from him, or you're going to him? The answer is, the fear, we escape from the fear. Who is putting the fear? Borei Olam. So Mimcha, I'm running out from you. But to who? Only for you. Only to you. When Am Yisrael are having any type of danger, the first thing that they do is what? Is to escape to Borei Olam. That's exactly the point. To have fear is something 100% positive if we know how to take it. If you know that all the reason why Borei Olam is putting those challenges is only for one thing. What is it? To pray for him. To get more connected to Borei Olam. Say Chachamim that HaKadosh Baruch Hu put the machalot, all the type of diseases, only for one purpose. To help up Am Yisrael, right? To come closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I think the Gemara writes down, there was a time, I think it was by Yirmiyah, I'm not sure, or by Chizkiah, I don't remember exactly, that they had a book, Safra Refuot. What's Safra Refuot? It was a book that they had all the medicines for all the sicknesses in the world. Whatever sickness it was, the person was opening the book, was taking the medicine to show up over there. I think Shlomo HaMelech wrote it, right? And they were getting cured right away on the spot. It says that on the days of, I think it was Yirmiyah, I'm not sure, or Chizkiah, they decided to take the book, not to destroy it, lignoz oto, to hide it, that's it, no more. And Chachamim went to this person that did it, and they told him, Big Hazak Baruch. They said, why? Shlomo HaMelech wrote the book. What's bad about it? The answer is, the problem was that people, by having the book, they stop praying to Borei Olam. When there is a problem, they go to the book. Right? I used to have, I'm going to tell you, I used to have a rabbi, big tzaddik, mamash, big tzaddik. And every time there was a problem in the family, whatever, they were going to him, asking him beracha. He was giving beracha, but besides the beracha, he was also saying that, everything is going to be okay. Don't worry. Not only beracha, like putting a chore that everything is going to be okay. So the family get used to that if the rabbi is saying everything is going to be okay, the rabbi said, Zeu. I can be relaxed. One time, the rabbi realized that. One time, they called him up. They said, listen, Rabbi, whatever person in the family have to pass surgery, if you don't mind, beracha, Rabbi, that everything will be okay. The rabbi said, I cannot give beracha. Pray. He says, what, Rabbi, there is any... Pray. You have to understand, I know the family. They were shaking. They were going nuts. Why? Because they were sure that if the rabbi said, pray, and he didn't give a beracha, for sure something bad is going to happen. The surgery went okay. So they went and they asked the rabbi, no, Rabbi, what happened? Why you didn't say? He says, why? Because how many times I say berachot, and you decided to do what? Stop praying. You decided to trust on my beracha and don't go to Borei Olam. That's not Ratzon Hashem. The Ratzon Hashem is you go to a rabbi, you're getting a beracha from the rabbi, you still have to continue praying the same way. The same way. Why? Because all the purpose of all the problems are only one. Tefillah. I just want to finish up with the following story. I think I said this story in the past. I'm going to repeat it because I think that it have a lot of message. Yeah, I said it, I think, recently. In Eretz Yisrael, there was a girl that was going out looking for shidduch. The girl wasn't finding shidduchim. Nothing. Very hard. She was already 27 years old. And you can understand that 27 years old, especially for a religious girl, is something very hard. Said that this girl went to her rabbi, and he told the rabbi, Rabbi, I know you have contact with, I think it was Rav Chaim Kanievsky, with Rav Chaim Kanievsky. Rabbi, do me a favor. I'm not going to leave the room if you don't promise me that you will go to Rav Chaim Kanievsky and you make him promise that I will get married this year. So the rabbi told her, listen, you're crazy. You think I'm gonna push the rabbi, to promise? Rabbi, I cannot handle that anymore. I need you to make the rabbi promise that this year I will get married. She put a lot of pressure. He decided to go. He went, and he went to the rabbi, to Rav Chaim Kanievsky. I think it was Rav Chaim Kanievsky or Rav Shimon, one of the two. Rav Chaim Kanievsky said, Be'ezrat Hashem, I will pray for her. Says, no, Rabbi, I didn't came, for this type of berachot. The girl, she's pushing. She wants you to promise that she will get married this year. The rabbi hears that, and he says, no, I cannot promise. I cannot promise. It's not going to be good for her. Tell her that it's okay. Continue praying, it's not going to be good for her. He went back. He told the girl. The girl said, no, I want you to go again. I don't care. I'm taking the responsibility on myself. You go, and you're going to get the rabbi promising that this year I'm getting married. Fine. He went again. He told the rabbi, Rabbi, help me out. I have this girl, making me crazy. Listen, it's not going to be good for her. I told her, but she doesn't want to hear, and she's taking responsibility, whatever. Huh? The rabbi understood the situation. And the rabbi told her, you know what? Yalla. Be'ezrat Hashem, you will get married this year. And we know, the Gemara writes down, Tzaddik gozer, ve'kadosh baruch hu mekayem. When there is a tzaddik that is saying something, Borei Olam he helps the words of the tzaddik to become true. Rabotai, the girl went out. She got engaged. And she got married. And 1 month later, after she got married, she realized that this boy that she's married to is in a very heavy issue with the police. I don't know if drugs or different things. She started to check out, and she realized that this hatan that she got, bar minan. She went to rabbis. They all understood the situation, and there was no choice just to get divorced. And they got divorced. A year later, she went back out to know some boys, and she got engaged and married. Then she went to the rabbi that she forced him, and she says, you know what? Sometimes you think you know everything, and sometimes you think, if God is going to give me this, for sure it's going to be the best, and I know what's the best for me. And how Rabbi once told me, Rabbi, I know that for me, getting $1 million is going to be very good. He says, maybe not. You're not God. And if Borei Olam decided not to give it to you, it's because it's not the best for you. And sometimes we have to understand that whatever Borei Olam is giving to us is the best that HaKadosh Baruch Hu can give us, is a gift. And only if a person has this type of emunah, then the person can get all the beracha on. Rabbi, let me share with you, now that the second minyan came up. Let me share with you beautiful halakha in the Chog Israel of today. A second, please. Oh, here we go. Say the Rambam. Listen up this halakha. Tefilat hatzibur nishma'at tamid. The prayer, when people pray in a tzibur, when people pray with a minyan, always the tefillah is being heard up in Shamayim. The Gemara in Masechet Berachot, I believe, is Daf Vav. The Gemara writes down over there that from where do we know that if there are 10 people praying together, Shekhinah Benehem, the Gemara brings the Pesukim. From where we know, that if there is 3 people together, the Shekhinah is there, the Gemara brings the Pasuk. From where we know if there is 2 people together learning Torah, that the Shekhinah Borei Olam is there, they bring a Pasuk. From where we know that if there is 1 person that is sitting down and learning Torah, that the Shekhinah is there, also the Gemara brings the Pasuk. So ask the Gemara, I don't understand. If 1 guy, Shekhinah is there, 10, Kol Sheken. If 1 for sure, 2 for sure. If 2 for sure, 3 for sure. So the Gemara explains in each one of them the difference. It says the Gemara that the difference is that when there is 3, 5, 8 people together doing something of a mitzvah, Shekhinah is there. But when there is 10, Borei Olam is coming before them. Borei Olam is being the first one to be and hearing whatever they want to ask. So say the Rambam, how many people they go and they pray throughout the weekday, especially they pray Yahid. You know, past Friday night was a rainy day, right? Rainy day. Because it's rainy day, the shul was half empty. What happened? What happened? So many people prayed. They made minyanim in their buildings, but there are some people that are praying Yahid. Says you don't understand. When a person prays Yahid, the power of this tefillah to be accepted is a very low percentage. Continue up the Rambam and he says, "Va'afilu hayu bahen chot'in, en hakadosh baruch hu moez b'tfilatam shel rabbim." I have 10 guys. 8 of them, they're people that they make sins all the time. Ba'alei avera. Say the Rambam, doesn't matter. You're with a minyan, but Olam is going to hear your tefillot. And he goes even more. לפיכך, צריך אדם לשתף עצמו עם הציבור, ולא יתפלל יחיד כל זמן שיכול להתפלל עם הציבור. And he says, and if bar minyan, a person have a minyan in his city, in his neighborhood, and he says, you know what, today I'm not in the mood. Today I want to pray in my house. Say the Rambam, what is this called? It says, Nikra Shachen Ra, bad neighbor. What bad neighbor? Because you're having the possibility to be with tzaddikim, to be with the whole tzibur praying, and you decide to go and pray in your house. You're losing the whole point. So someone asked me, Rabbi, I got into a place, especially in Europe, you know, Poland, all those places, they not always have minyanim. In Prague, I was in Prague a few years ago, and they have beautiful shuls, but there was no minyanim. There was only maybe 1 minyan, of Chabad, small minyan, depending of the timing. Anyway, so the guy asked me, what's better? I can pray in the hotel. That's one option. Or, to pray in the shul. So obviously the halakha writes down, and this is a Gemara, the Gemara writes down that praying in the shul, even without minyan, the Shekhinah is there. So many times you're going to vacation, and you know that they have a shul, but there is no minyanim. So you say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to pray in my house. Said the Gemara, no good. Why not good? You have the Shekhinah in the shul. Go to shul and pray yahid. Pray, but pray in the shul. So he says like this, ומצווה לרוץ לבית הכנסת, שנאמר, ונדעה נרדפה לדעת את השם. There is a mitzvah when you come up to shul to run. Run to shul. And he says, be careful. Obviously, when you run, you got to be careful not to push others. You run normal, right? But the idea is that you're showing to Borei Olam that you want to get fast to pray. וכשיצא מבית הכנסת, אל יפסיע פסיעה גסה. This is halakha, רבותיי. When you will go to outside the shul, right? What is the Rambam saying? Don't make big steps. There are some people that they're taking the halakha, I don't know how they understood the opposite. When they go to shul, relax. Until they get to shul, it's already ishtabach, whatever. They go out to shul, Ashrei Yoshvei Beitecha, after Amidah, you see them taking out the tefillin, and yallah. Tefilat haderech for Alenu Shabeach. Right? Said the Rambam, you get the whole halakha the opposite. The mitzvah is to run to shul. And when you go out, you're not allowed not to run. You're not allowed. Not to make big steps. Not to make big steps. Why? You're dispressing Borei Olam. So he says, וכשייכנס בבית הכנסת, and when a person enters to the בית הכנסת, ייכנס שיעור שני פתחים ואחר כך יתפלל. Person should try to go throughout 2 doors and then to pray. Why? לקיים מה שנאמר, what שלמה המלך write down in משלי, לשמור מזוזות פתחי. מזוזות is in plural, right? So you have 2 mezuzot. Mezuzah is not only the mezuzah. Mezuzah is the gate, right? So you must pass throughout 2 gates to get to pray. That's why you're going to see all the shuls. You open up a shul, you go, you have the first entrance, then there is a hall. And after the hall, there is the second entrance to the real shul. Now what happened? Over here we have it, right? We have people that they go from the back. And they go and they enter straight from the back of the shul, and there is only 1 door. And he missed this mitzvah of going out throughout 2 doors. Now the question is, why is it so important to have 2 doors? Achpatli. So go 1 door. The answer is, Ikon likrat Elokecha Yisrael. There is a mitzvah that when a person prays, you have to be prepared to pray. Imagine I tell you, you know what? You're going to have a meeting with Donald Trump. Donald Trump wants to see you, and he said, he heard so many good things. He wants to give you one thing, whatever you will ask him, he will try to give it to you. For how long are you going to prepare yourself? Right? There was this story with this guy, Rubashkin. You heard the story, right? The guy that went out from jail. Rubashkin? Right? You heard the story? So the story is how he got out from jail. That's what they say. I don't know if it's true or not. But Donald Trump decided to let him go. Why he decided to let him go? There is an organization in all the U.S. to help up kids, especially kids, that they give him 1 wheel to become true. They have a name. I forgot the name of the organization. But 1 wheel, they said, and they make a huge thing to make it true. So most of the kids, what they want, I don't know. I want to see the player of I don't know what. Or I want to have, each one of the kids with their imagination. There is 1 kid. They had a type of disease. And he was in the list of this organization. And he fall His name fall down, right? To give him the opportunity to ask the wheel. This boy is a Chabad boy. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if it's Jewish religious boy. When they ask him, "What do you wanna? What's your wheel?" He says, "I want to meet with Donald Trump." Donald Trump. He says, "Ooh, that's a hard one, you know. I mean, with the president of the U.S., it's not so easy. Usually, the kids ask a star. You know, it's easier to reach up the star. But Donald Trump, I have a very busy schedule." Said, "Okay, listen, we're not used to do these type of things, but we're going to try our best." They made the whole whatever they did, and they were ready, and they were able to reach up to Donald Trump and to have this kid meeting him. I'm sorry. Not to meet Donald Trump. To put a letter in the front desk, in the desk of Donald Trump, right? And to make him read the letter. Fine. You know how many letters Donald Trump gets every day? All type of letters, you know, all type of people that they want to... Anyway. So they said, we're going to try. They did it. Donald Trump gets to his office, and he sees the letter. And what he's reading? He sees that in the letter, the kid writes down. He says, "I got the possibility to ask for one wheel. Which wish I'm going to ask? Which wish I'm going to ask? To see stars, to go to parks. Those are things that, you get the wheel, the wish, and that's it." I decided that I want to take a wish that will help many people. There is a Jew that is in jail already many, many years, and really there are not so many reasons, why I'm asking from you, Mr. President, to take him out. He says the president was in shock when he read this letter. He says the kid had the opportunity to ask whatever he wants for himself. And instead of thinking on himself, thinks about someone else. He said, "Donald Trump, I'm taking care of this case personally." All of a sudden, I don't know if you remember, I think it was on Pesach, something like that. No, I'm not sure. Yeah? One of the holidays, all of a sudden, boom, Bashkin went out of jail. Why? Because when a person is ready to think about someone else, automatically he's giving beracha. But not only that. Obviously, this kid was needing to prepare himself. It's not from today until tomorrow, yalla, let's pray and let's ask him. No, you have to prepare yourself. When a person comes to shul, the Gemara writes, Hasidim Rishonim ayu shoyim sha'a achat kodem. 1 hour. What they were doing an hour? You get crazy 1 hour. Today, shut off the phone 1 hour and I want you to meditate. Why are you going to meditate? The answer is, I was preparing myself to who I'm supposed to talk now. What am I going to ask him? What are the words that I'm going to use? When a person prepares himself properly for the prayer changed totally. People are coming in the last second, already that guy is in the Amidah, the guy catching in the Hazanah. It can happen. I'm not saying that it cannot happen. But not fixed, not every day. Not every day. So a person have the obligation to make an effort and to start before. Prepare yourself. But then, listen what the Rambam writes down. Last halakha. Beit HaMidrash gadol mi Beit HaKnesset. If we spoke about Minyan, and we spoke about the shul, how important it is, say the Rambam, there is something that is above everything. Beit HaMidrash. What's the Beit HaMidrash? Beit HaMidrash is a place of learning. And he says, חכמים גדולים, אף על פי שהיה להם בעריהם בתי כנסיות הרבה, לא היו מתעלמים אלא במקום שהיו עוסקים שם בתורה. Big rabbis, even though they have huge shuls, a lot of shuls around them, they were praying always in the place where they used to learn Torah. Why? He says, אלא במקום שהיו עוסקים שם בתורה, והוא שהתפלל שם תפילה בציבור. Obviously, when there is a minyan. The halakha writes, and that's what we're trying to do over here. The halakha writes that how is the proper way of every single Jew to act every morning. Say the halakha. The guy wakes up, he does netilat yadayim, birchot hashachar, goes up to shul, puts on tefillin, prays shacharit with the minyan, he finishes up the minyan, and he goes to the Beit HaMidrash to learn. Yelechu mehail el hayil, yerael Elokim betzion. Says, what is the hayil el hayil? When a person goes from one kedusha to a higher kedusha later on, then yerael Elokim betzion. Then you're bringing up the Geulah in Eretz Yisrael. How? Just by doing those steps. You finish up praying, don't run. Go sit down in the Beit Midrash few minutes. Go and come to shul, come to a shiur, hear words of Torah, and then you can go to your business and to have your full day with beracha. Just to finish up, Rabotai. To understand what is the power of tefillah betzibur. I think I said this story a long time ago. There was a Jew that decided on Rosh Hashanah that from now on, Beli Neder Be'ezrat Hashem, he will not miss one prayer without minyan. That was his Kabbalah. It was Mekabel on himself. Every prayer with a minyan. Fine. Now the guy said, usually for Misha Harit, it's easy. Mincha, he had it also easy because he had it next to his job, whatever it was. Have a fixed mincha. These two minyanim, he have it without any problem. The worst was Arvit. Arvit for him was balagan. Why balagan? Because he had to go home and then to take care of the kids. And then he had, I don't know, some type of events, weddings, bar mitzvot, this, that, huh? But he said, I don't care. I'm going to take up this Kabbalah and I'm going to fulfill it every day. That's what he did. Listening up the story. He said that this guy was making every day shaharit mincha arvit with a minyan. One day, he said, don't ask me how. I missed all the minyanim of Arvit. I went out from one of the weddings, then I got in a traffic, and then I don't know what happened here and what happened there. I find myself 2 a.m., I didn't pray Arvit yet. Fine. Didn't pray Arvit 2 a.m. I think he got stuck over here. He didn't pray Arvit. He says, I have only one place that maybe I can find a minyan. In Yerushalayim, there is a neighborhood, it's called Mekor Baruch. And there is a shul, it's called Zichron Moshe. That's the name of the place, Zichron Moshe. Zichron Moshe is a shtibel. Yeah, it's a place where they pray all the time, minyanim. Says, for sure, I'm going to get there, I'm going to find a minyan. The guy said, listen, I prayed many times in Zichron Moshe, many times. I never saw so little people in that shul like that night. No one that was there didn't pray Arvit yet. All of the people that were sitting down and learning, all of them prayed. And I'm waiting 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, no one comes. All of a sudden, I got one guy, I asked him, Arvit? He says, yeah, I didn't pray. Okay, let's wait. You wait. The other guy, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no minyan, 2 a.m., 2:30, yalla, yahid. And he prayed yahid, and he left. Says, yeah, Habibi, what am I going to do? But I accepted on myself. You know what the guy did? The guy, genius. The guy took up the book of phones, the telephone book. He called up all the companies of taxis around the area. Only the ones that are working, only Jews. Call up, and he says, I need 5 taxis right now in this street, Zichron Moshe, please, only Jewish drivers. He took another company, 2 taxis. Another company, 3 taxis. Another one, he took extra, to be sure that he's going to have minyan. All of the taxis they were sure there is an event. They got there. They look around, what's going on? He says, oh, no, put up the meter, and yalla, come to pray with me. What? It's crazy. Not religious. Who cares? I mean, I'm paying you. They went inside. They answered Kaddish, Barechu. He prayed Arvit with the minyan. He finished up, and he went out, to pay the taxi drivers. Taxi drivers told him, Habibi, you're not going to pay us one shekel. Whatever you taught us, when a person wants something and give him importance, what he's ready to do, this musar that we got in life, we have to pay you. And the dealer took 1 shekel. You understand what that means? When a person is giving mesirut nefesh for a mitzvah, the mitzvah is helping him. This type of person, imagine the tefillah of this guy that night, how he went to Shamayim. That's our job, to reinforce ourselves in tefillot. Give importance to the Bet HaKnesset. Rabotai, the concept of talking in the middle of tefillah, it's crazy. Kaddish, people are talking. Barechu, people are talking. Be'emet, I remember the other day I was coming back from a flight, and I was in immigration. And the phone, the ring of the message, ping, that's it. The phone of someone, ring it, ping. And there was a police officer, he stood up, and he yelled at that girl, how many times I have to say no phone? One more time it rings, I'm sending you back to your country. Mata Omer, this is in immigration by those goyim, Reshaim, whatever it is. Yeah, we have Borei Olam, Akadosh Baruch Hu in our shul, and those phones are ringing. We have Borei Olam, and every time we have to say, don't talk, don't do it, have to come automatically. That's why when a person comes early, don't make yourself, I'm good. No. You're coming early, prepare yourself. Phones are being shut off. You're going to keep up yourself quiet throughout the prayers. And have in mind that all the preparation that you're going to have, it's going to help only you to make your tefillot being answered. Be'ezrat Hashem letovah. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, amen ve'amen.